There is one image, one aspect of the atonement that has receded in our day almost into total obscurity. We heard earlier of those attempts to preach a more gentle and kind gospel. And in our efforts to communicate the work of Christ more kindly, we flee from any mention of a curse inflicted by God upon His own Son. We shrink in horror from the words of the prophet Isaiah in the 53rd chapter of his book, describing the ministry of the Ephod Yahweh, the suffering servant of Israel, that tells us, among other things, that it pleased the Lord to bruise him. Can you take that in? That somehow the Father took pleasure in bruising the Son? Beloved, the reason why you can't see God with your eyes is not because you have a problem with your optic nerve. What prevents us from seeing God is our heart, our impurity. But Jesus had no impurity. And Thomas said he was pure in heart. So obviously he had some experience of the beauty of the Father until that moment that my sin was placed upon him. And the one who was pure no more. And God cursed him. It was as if there was a cry from heaven, excuse my language, but I can be no more accurate than to say it was as if Jesus heard the words, God damn you. Because that's what it meant to be cursed, to be damned, to be under the anathema of the Father. As I said, I don't understand that. But I know that it's true. And I know that every person in this room and every person outside in this hotel and on the street and across the world who has not been covered by the righteousness of Christ right this minute draws every breath under the curse of God. If you believe that, you will stop adding to the gospel and start preaching it with clarity and with boldness, because, dear friends, it is the only hope we have, and it is hope enough. For all who rely on works of the law are under a curse. For it is written, cursed be everyone who does not abide by all things written in the book of the law and do them. Now it is evident that no one is justified before God by the law, for the righteous shall live by faith. But the law is not of faith. Rather, the one who does them shall live by them. Christ redeemed us from the curse of the law by becoming a curse for us. For it is written, cursed is everyone who is hanged on a tree. so that in Christ Jesus the blessing of Abraham might come to the Gentiles, so that we might receive the promised Spirit through faith.